Which camera am I looking at mainly?
This one.
Right.
Is that right?
Yep.
So that one,
Ready.
Phil. Okay.
That one, Phil. You're going to include that, aren't you? I know you're going to include
I was going to include a lot of stuff. We're going to put you on camera.
Hello, everybody. It is great to be here, and we've called this CB Cheer. Way! Aaron, we agreed this name. We said we could do
we
this.
didn't agree this name.
Come on, have a go with me.
All right,
so,
okay.
Central Baptist Church, CBC, but we called this CB Cheer.
Yay!
Hey.
If you have got any other ideas, then please do drop me an email. I'd love to hear them. Maybe
CB Cheer's good. CB Cheer's good.
CB Cheer makes...
Because we want to cheer you up each week with a little video that we're going to make, and just want to bring you different updates and news. We want to bring some good news stories.
Yep.
So if you've got good news stories, send them in. We want to try and cheer people up at this really difficult time, and we'll be bringing you a few different features and so on, and letting you know what's available. Looking forward to it, aren't we?
Yep, and right at the end of this video, we're going to have a kind of a little children's Thought for the Day devotion thing that we're going to be doing week by week, if not more times in the week. That's going to be really good.
Okay, so what have we got coming up? We've got some fun stories, good news stories. We got a Bible verse challenge coming up in a little while. We're going to just pray together as well, because we thought that would be good. It keeps us as a church being able to pray together. And as Aaron says, going to be doing a children's talk and some other youth and children's resources he will tell us about. Let's start with the stories. I got a couple of stories this week already. So you remember how, Aaron, we talked about faith and deeds. We're doing a series on James at the moment in our morning services, and we had James 3, and we talked about faith and deeds. Got this story came in. It was actually on WhatsApp. One of our members sent it in. And they said well, actually, I've got permission from the person to share it, but as we're online, I'm going to change the names from the people involved, okay?
Yep.
So I'm going to call this lady Jemima, because I don't know anyone called Jemima in the church.
Okay,
so that kind of works, yeah? Anyway, Jemima, not really Jemima, but calling her Jemima, said, I looked in every shop in Chelmsford. I couldn't find hand sanitizer anywhere, so I thought I'd try Boots in town again. One of the staff members said, Jemima, you've got to come here at 8:30 in the morning to get that. I said, I can't. I've got kids to drop off and my son's school isn't close to my house. I asked if I could put £20 down for tomorrow morning and then she could save some for me. But she said, no, sorry, I can't do that. Another staff member overheard and said, are you Jemima, Sally's mum, from such and such a school? I said, yes, I am. She said, I've heard a lot about you. You were the one that gave my friend's daughter dinner money and orange juice last year. I said, well, yeah, but I don't know who you are and I've not seen you before. She said, you don't know me, but I know you. Just stay where you are a minute. And she went off. I thought, what was that? Anyway, she came back and she brought me 4 bottles of hand sanitizer. She touched my shoulder. She said, please don't change who you are. Don't stop being kind. I said, thanks. And I gave her a hug. Now, I know coronavirus is going on and we mustn't hug people and shake hands, but I actually didn't care if I caught anything from her. She really made my day.
Wow, that's amazing.
What a great story.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Putting faith into action and faith and deeds and being recognised for it as well, that you're doing that.
That's incredible.
Now, what we don't endorse hugging right at the moment, okay? This is not that. But,
no.
But good to get a good news story. If you've got a good news story like that, please let us know. You've got a story about something that one of the home groups is doing.
Yeah, so I heard that, so there's a home group in Writtle that Hannah and Dom Roger run, and they have been using Skype to meet up and pray together, which I thought was a great way of thinking through how we could do that, how we could use digital kind of meetups. It was good.
Yeah. Fantastic. I got sent this as well. This is something somebody's been suggested for if we wanted to do communion during this time. They said maybe we could do this. Churches switched to remote drone delivery for communion. Nice idea.
Great idea.
Yes.
Good. I got sent this through. This says, it was a quiet Monday morning in September 2053 when John awoke with a need to go to the bathroom. To John, this wasn't just any ordinary day. This was the day he would open the last package of toilet paper his parents bought in the year 2020.
Well, that wasn't quite the thing I was meaning, but anyway, it's a good one. Well done. So, on a serious note, though, other positive things. It is a difficult time for the world at the moment with everything going on, and obviously a very worrying time for a lot of people. And we don't want to make light of that in any way. But what we want this time to be each week is a time to try and just bring some cheer to people in the midst of all of that.
Yeah.
We are trying to care for people in lots of different ways. This week I've sent 3 letters out already. There'll be a 4th one going out once we finish filming this, just to tell you about it. We're looking at ways in which we can care for one another better, and one of those ways is through being able to phone the elder members of our congregation and just to keep them in, check on them, see how they're doing, keep them in touch. So we've asked for some volunteers to be involved in that, and we've had volunteers coming forward already. Also to take things round for them, practical things to help them with shopping and things like that. Those who are not just housebound because of age, but housebound because of the virus, and also just finding things difficult at the moment because they're elderly and can't get out or have other circumstances like that. So we really want to see this as a time when we can care as a community together for one another. And I think that's one of the things that this gives us an opportunity to do some different things. Like we're videoing this now. We're going to communicate by different means over this time while we can't meet together as church. But we want to still be able to feel like community and be able to meet in different ways. And I think the opportunity to do that and to show care for each other in some of the ways we're talking about, ringing each other up, maybe write a letter, whatever it might be, providing practical needs gives a good way of doing things, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, my wife and I lead the 18 to 25s group, and we were chatting with them last night, and they said, "Yeah, we're going to do digital meetups, and we're willing to get involved," which was a real comfort. It's nice to see people's faith in Jesus being put into action. Yeah. It's really cool.
And it's kind of knocked us all in terms of out of our comfort zones of normal life and the way things are going. Maybe there's a positive aspect to that as well, that the rat race of life, so to speak, has to slow down, that we have to take time out, and I know there's a lot of negatives with that, but there can also, I'm sure, be some positives. Families who spend a bit more time together, the way that we can care for each other more as church. You think of the environment, and we've been praying about the environment, and actually all the planes stopping and vehicles stopping and so on, it will be helping the environment. There are some positive things out there as well.
Yeah, I think there are. We don't want to put down all the stresses and the anxieties and things, but there is a comfort that there are positives in this. Yeah. It's brilliant.
And I think also people can get to spend more time with, use it as an opportunity to draw closer with God as well. Do you think they'll have maybe more time to do that?
Yeah, I think this is a great opportunity to do that, particularly for those who are going to have to be at home because of being in some of those categories that make them vulnerable to coronavirus. So, this is a great time to spend some time with God, to enjoy some uninterrupted time with Him. It's going to be good.
I'd say one of the things I was thinking the other day as well, I went to, the shops. You've seen the shops, the empty shelves.
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe it's a time as well, just made me think, there's a lot of people kind of complaining about that or feeling a bit kind of, grumpy about that, or there's nothing there. There's 2 things strike me. One is that maybe, it can help us think how grateful and thankful we should be for all the provision we do usually have. Because we normally have all this, don't we? So it can help us reflect and thank God for what we do have, perhaps. But also, there's a lesson in this, I'm sure, because there's some people who aren't quite thinking of others and are taking more than they need at the moment, and so that's what makes the not enough. And is that not kind of a picture of the world? that in some ways people, there is enough resources. Like the supermarkets tell us all the time, there is enough food in the world to feed it. There is enough food to feed everybody in the country. There is enough provision for these things, but because some people are being greedier than others, that creates the problem. And that's reflective of the world, is it not, in kind of some way as well? Anyway, we must be cheering up as well.
Sorry.
So let's do a Bible challenge.
Go on then.
Okay, so I was looking at these Bible passages in Isaiah, and I've got a little challenge for you, Aaron, and for everyone else out there.
Okay.
Isaiah chapter 43.
I know it well.
Isaiah chapter 43, I shall read. It says, Isaiah chapter 43, verse 18 and 19, "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" Okay, that's Isaiah 43. Isaiah 46. Isaiah 46 and verse 9 and 10, just 3 chapters on, says, "Remember the former things, those of long ago. I am God, and there is no other. I am God, and there is none like me. I made known the end from the beginning, from ancient times, what is still to come. I say my purpose will stand, and I will do all that I please."
Right.
Forget the former things in Isaiah 43. Isaiah 46, remember the former things. Which are we meant to do, Aaron? Forget the former things or remember the former things? What do you think? Well, I think we'll come back and we'll let people ponder on that one, and we'll come back with what we think next week.
Okay.
We're here doing CB Cheer.
Hey, please stop. I really need names.
And the reason this is me and Aaron is because we wanted to get Lisa up here as well, but Lisa is a bit camera shy, she says, so she didn't want to do that. And whereas our future, we're going to try and put the sermons each week on camera as well, so you can watch a sermon, a message each week that we'll preach. We're going to video that for you, so you'll have a Sunday message each week. But this week's one is Lisa. She's going to be talking about James chapter 4. But that isn't going to be on video. That's going to just be an audio file that you can pick up from the website, and we'll give you the link as well in a mailing. And so you'll be able to listen to that sermon online from Lisa. So you won't see her, but you will hear her.
Great.
So we're going to pray in a minute, Aaron, but I think before we do, can you just tell us a little bit about what we've got coming up for youth and children over the coming days? Because I know that the schools are going to be closed, and we'll have children and youth at home, and we want to provide something for them during this time as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a really intimidating, very scary time because there's lots of change, isn't there? Particularly as this week we've heard the schools closing, and what that means for families, particularly younger families, is going to be difficult. So if you are a family with young children who is isolated, I'd love you to get in contact with me, please. Let me know that you are at home, and we'll see if there's anything that we'll be able to either drop round for you or help you out. My email address will be below. So please do get in contact. That'd be great. I'm thinking that we can release some things on this channel that are going to be helpful for young people, for families, so to get teenagers and parents talking, as well as children and adults, and to see if we can get some videos out there. But also, we're just thinking outside the box. There's a lot of resources online. There's a lot of people that have gone and released all of their things for free. So I'm getting a database ready, a piece of paper for you guys, so that I can give that to you so you know where to go. There's a lot of stuff out there which will be really helpful, and we are here to help. So again, if there's anything you want to say, if there's anything that you need to say, then please do get in contact with me. My email address will be below. Fantastic.
Great. I think let's pray and then let's do some work for the children. That sound good?
Great, yep.
Okay. Maybe you can just join us and pray at home. Father God, we just want to thank you for all the things that you have done for us and do for us. We thank you for who you are and all that you mean to us. We want to pray for those that are finding this really difficult at the moment, particularly the lonely and those that are isolated, those that are struggling financially during this time, and in many other ways. Lord, we ask that you'll help mobilize us as a church to help each other, to help our church family, and to each be involved in playing our part to help us through this time. And we pray for the emergency services, the NHS, and the police and other people who are seeking to help people and putting their own lives sometimes in danger by doing this for others. I pray that there can be many positive things come out of this. And we ask for your peace for us all. In your name, Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, Aaron, over to you.
Great. Well, it's a very special Sunday, this coming Sunday, isn't it? It's but we've made a video for you, so we're gonna roll that just now, and so enjoy. It's only a few minutes long, but just enjoy. Can anyone tell me why this Sunday is a special Sunday? I'm going to draw some clues for you. So there's two in there. There's a third one. Okay, let's see if you can guess it from this. Why is this Sunday special? Let's have a think. Got it? That's right. It's Mother's Day. Well done. Now, some people will spend time remembering their mothers on Sunday. But inside the church family, Mothering Sunday is even better. And do you want to know why? When Jesus died and took away our sin, he made everyone who believes in him into a big family. So in his true book, he writes this: "Whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother." Now that means that every woman in our church who believes in Jesus becomes a spiritual mum to those who are younger than her. Now we know, don't we, that a mother isn't just the person that you were born from. People can have mothers in all different shapes and sizes. I'm not sure that's politically correct, sorry. We want to celebrate on Sunday every woman who is part of our church family and thank them for being great church family mums. Now here's how we're going to do that. I want you to pause the video and go get a piece of paper and some pens. Now, right, you've done that? Now you need to write down words that describe our church family mums, so the women in our church. Words like loving and gentle, kind, nice to hug, strong, words like that. Now, on the other side of the piece of paper, write down the word mother just like this. Then we need to fit those great words into that word just like we're doing here. So we've got the word strong, that's got a T in it. Nice to hug, has got an H in it. See if you can do the same. Choose some different words and see if you can make your poem like this. And once you're done, send them in to us. Take a picture, send them in to us so we can share as a church together how we celebrate the ladies in our church who are spiritual mums to us. Now, Phil, wasn't that a great video? It's good to see Mother's Day celebrated. We love the women in our church. It's great to have a day to celebrate them, even though we're apart. Even though we're apart, we are very thankful for the mums in our church.
Indeed, they are good. Talking about apart, I do have a feeling that maybe our church should be a little bit further away from each other. Remember distancing?
Do you have symptoms?
Yeah, no, but I don't want to get any either. So can you just move your chair that way a little bit? There
All
we
right,
go.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
that's
good.
fine.
Okay,
It's likely we're going to be out of shot now. So.
That's okay. Do it like this. So next week we'll be back again. Looking forward to being with you. We'll have more updates. We'll have some more fun stories. We want your good news stories. We're going to be giving the answer to what we think about the Bible Challenge this week. We'll have something else for the young people and maybe some new features as well. Who knows? A week's a long time, as we've just found out this past week.
Wow.
God bless you all. CB, cheers!
Still going.